don't enter one chance, I swear, now go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day, for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they here they run to? Move it down. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat your love. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come more. It is very close and they feel more. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it down. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. One of them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice.
Kiwe wesu garani orianya nine oria nine nke purita kwa samado dendo nihi no bu nani bonye na agwo oria anyi we na akpoku gi onwe gi busumele nke ndi aga kiwe mere anyi ebere ka akwa nke anyi na ebe ku de nke anyi na asu we bia na iru gi kiwe meka Biafra bụ eguzosi ike ka anyi we ni petamazu nya ha so go tutana sopro na ejamma site na ebige bi maro na ebige bi ise mama dere gi Chineke Mama,
are you still fighting the struggle to have independence for Biafra?
We are fighting for independence, not fighting physically with guns and bullets. We are fighting in terms of our agitation. We are fighting in terms of our belief. We're fighting in terms of our consistency to ensure that we are free, because we're not free. As a free people, we can afford to make life better for our people. Right now, we can't do that because of how Nigeria is structured and because of the very flawed foundations upon which Nigeria rests.
You called for a referendum latest this year, November, you said, I think.
Yes.
If that doesn't happen, what's the way forward? Because the way it looks like the government will definitely not agree to that.
Then there'll be no elections in Biafra land. No more elections here. They can put whoever they like in office. They can do whatever they like with their political positions. We will not engage in any political process.
You said it's a peaceful struggle, but
Yes.
there are some videos of you appearing in the past, especially abroad, in particular in one conference in the US, where you said you need weapons to defend yourself, you need guns and ammunition. How can we understand that in the context that you're saying it's a peaceful struggle?
I'm sure you've heard about the Fulani headsmen killing people all over the place. Have you heard about it? Exactly. So how do you intend to defend yourself against Fulani headsmen without guns and bullets? They'll be killing our people, raping our women, destroying crops in the farms, and no one does anything about it. Is that how human beings are supposed to live?
So, and you have the right to arm yourself and defend yourself with arms in that context?
Self-defense is recognized even by all the known laws of the UN. Is that not correct? We have the right. If somebody were to barge into this very interview now wielding a machete or an AK-47, are you suggesting we should let them get away with it?
You were detained for almost 2 years, from 2015 on, and actually there was no trial. No trial ever happened, and despite several court rulings that said you were supposed to be released, you were not released.
Yes.
Do you think you were treated in a fair way by the government? Or rather also by the justice system?
No, not fairly, because Nigeria is not a civilized country. People behave like animals. They are not reasonable enough. They're not disciplined enough. They are not mentally developed enough to run a transparent civil society. For them, they have a feudal mindset where you have the ruling class and, a multitude of poverty-stricken people who never utters any word in rebellion or to even ask questions about their plight. That is one thing we are determined to challenge.
Don't you think you insult a lot of Nigerians with that?
I'm being very kind, to be honest. I could have used far more harsher words to describe them. I'm being very kind.
So generally you don't think very positive of your countrymen then, obviously?
They are not... When you say positive, no, as individuals, perhaps there are a few good people amongst them. But as a collective, this is an absolute mess. And you can see for yourself. Didn't you go through the roads and see how horrible they are? Didn't you see how unkempt everywhere is? How filthy and dirty everywhere is? That is the product of a Nigerian system that is uniquely backwards, even by the very third world standards of Black Africa. That's the fact, and people must face up to it.
Well, I traveled in the north quite extensively, and I went to very remote areas sometimes where you would still find Igbo people living there, peaceful together with communities in the north. Don't you sometimes think that you might endanger their peaceful coexistence with the communities there, that they might get into trouble with that?
So if they're living so peacefully together, or cohabiting so peacefully as you put it, how come you hear about all those uprisings in the north where southern Christians are being slaughtered and nothing gets done about it? Are you telling me that that is normal? People are in the north out of a dire need, necessity more or less, to try and survive. Because here, the entire production process has been emasculated by people and policies that are geared towards ensuring that our people exist in perpetual state of poverty. And that is unacceptable to us. What we're asking the world to recognize is that we want to live in peace, not in pieces. We want to live in peace, just to allow us to be. Allow Biafra to exist. We were existing before the British came. Just allow us to go back to, what we were before. No African came to Europe to create countries. So for somebody to just come in here and say, you, from today your name is Nigeria is simply laughable.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very evening section. I appreciate everyone that has connected to us. Please like and share. Invite your friends. Invite your neighbors. We are not going to take much of your time. It's going to be a very quick one. We will run it, and then every one of us will have our rest. It is weekend already. It is already weekend, so we have to run and go for our weekend. So my fellow Biafrans, I appreciate everyone that has connected wherever you are connecting from. I thank you for being part of the program.
Remember, today we are discussing throughout the whole day on the divide and conquer. Divide to conquer. They have divided us in order to conquer us. They have divided us, planted hatred among us in order to be able to defeat us. And so many of us ignorantly allowed that very divide and conquer to succeed because of our selfish interests. So we continue to speak about it. Nigerian evil strategy against Biafra exposed. Nigerian evil strategy against Biafra exposed. And what is that strategy? Divide and conquer. Divide to conquer. They have been doing it again and again and again and again. And it is high time we wake up to this very criminality of Nigerian government. It is high time we wake up to these atrocities of Nigerian government and begin to reject any act of division. We have to reject it. Stop listening to those who have nothing to offer to you. Stop allowing people to play your emotion. They divide you, turn you against your brother. They turn you against your sisters. They turn you against the people that are supposed to defend you and protect you. And some of you fall into that trap because you are not emotionally stable. Because you are not emotionally stable. Each time they come with this, their divide and conquer, they succeed. And once they succeed, while you are busy fighting your brother, your sister, they will relax, they watch you, and they laugh. Anytime they succeed in dividing you, they celebrate. While you are busy attacking your brother, attacking your sister, while you're busy calling your brothers and sisters' name, while you're busy creating distraction, they are rejoicing and they are laughing because you are doing their work. The division of the Nigerian government against the Biafran people is unimaginable. This is a master stroke that the British gave to them. That is why I say, under no circumstances will you come and attack your brother, your sister, more especially in public. All this public disgrace, public attack, public reprimanding should stop. It should stop if we genuinely want to make headways. Except for those who do not want to make headway, I can understand. If you are not sincere about this issue of Biafra, you are free to do whatever you want to do, say whatever you want to say, create your content the way you want, just like those of them in Nigeria are doing. See, Nigeria today, they have recruited many content creators, and everybody channel their energy on attacking the Biafran people. Nigeria is very good in manipulating and dividing. That is why the British was able to put people together and force them to begin to play their own role, to begin to control their company called Nigeria up to this day, even after 100 years plus, more than 100 years. They don't want to negotiate. They don't want to sit in the table. And the British know very well that there is nothing to gain. There's no way you can run away from this. I urge every Biafran, wherever you are, to please do not allow this propaganda to distract you. They are going to come from east, from west, from north, from south. They are going to pay people, even your own friend, your fellow agitator. They are going to make you look as if you are stupid. And that is what we see today. Sometimes you look at yourself, you begin to wonder, am I really right? They will make you begin to think that you have a problem in your head. That's the emotional attack. That is the emotional attack. So you must be emotionally strong at this point in time to escape the divide and conquer. They have done it in the past. They succeeded. They are still doing it, and they will continue to do it. So whenever you find yourself in a position where Maybe you saw something and you feel you should attack your brother. When you remember the enemy is going to benefit from that, you retreat. That is the way to run away. Whenever you want to, it doesn't matter how correct or how right that is. But whenever you want to say something or you want to make an attack, you want to make a speech, try to think who is benefiting from this very division you're about to create. Who is benefiting from this attack you are making? Who is benefiting from this very speech you are making? This division, who is benefiting? The only person that is benefiting from the distraction, division, and attack is our enemy. Is our enemy. The janjaweed. The janjaweed. The only way we can be able to overcome them is for us being focused. If you are focused, I bet you nothing is going to shake you. It doesn't matter, even when you look, it's like you are the only one standing. It will not shake you. Just like in my program, sometimes when I come to program, you will be in a program for 30 good minutes and you will not see up to 10 people watching. Sometimes I will come in a live program. All this is an emotional attack. They want to discourage you so that you will say, oh, nobody is watching after coming out. This is the challenge we face online. I have been facing the challenge in my platform. I have thousands and thousands of subscribers. It's not that they don't get information. They get, many of them are there. They are willing to come on board, but they will never send notification to them. And some wicked people are also reporting our platform to make sure that our videos are not recommended. The attack we are getting is coming both from inside and from outside. They attack our platforms to make sure that our videos are not recommended to other places. People are not notified about our program, except our hardcore members who know our time. Once it is that time we used to come, they will come, whether they notify them or not. And I know those hardcore members of this platform. Whenever I come here and see them, even if it is 5, 4, 6, 10 of them, I'm okay, I'm good to go. But as they are trying to divide us and cause this problem, if you are mentally tough, if you have that mental stability, you will defeat them. Just like I was saying, sometimes I will come online, I will spend 30 minutes. You wouldn't see anybody. You will see maybe 10 people. But I wouldn't close the program and say, no, I will continue my program until maybe when I get to 1 hour, 2 hours, you begin to see people coming from all angles. Some people begin to notify you, begin to get the information that you're there. But if you're not patient, they will discourage you. If not for the patience, all this is an emotional attack. They want you to feel, oh, nobody is listening. You are the only person. You are just on your own. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about what you're saying. We have studied all this while we are in this course of Biafra. And so it doesn't shake me, it doesn't move me anymore. My own duty is to come online and spend the number of hours I want to spend. After spending that number of hours, I drop the message I have for the day. In terms of the circulation of the message, it is Chukwu Okike will circulate it. My fellow Biafrans, we are in a very strong warfare. And one of the weapons they are using against us is not gun. One of the great weapons the enemy is using against us is division. Divide and conquer. Once they plant that divisive idea in us, they go and sit back and watch us fight ourselves. They go and they sit back and watch us destroy ourselves. They go and sit back and watch us attack ourselves. And they will be doing the work they're supposed to do. They continue to do this over and over again. Wherever you are as a Biafran, say no to division. No matter what your brother must have done, no matter what your sister have done, remember we are pursuing one cause, freedom. You want to be free, I want to be free. find a place in your heart to hold back, people will be offended. People will say, many people are offended. Look at Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You can imagine what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is facing. Today, you still see some people today that are abusing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, making a video that he should face life sentence. Some say hang him. Not a Janjaweed that is saying it to, not a Yoruba man. An Igbo man make a video and say hang Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. One of them is a reverend father. Somebody that called himself a reverend father. Now you understand how serious the evil of Nigeria is. That man that called himself a reverend father, he will on his camera abuse Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, abuse Mazen Simon Ekpa, and say that they will not be released, that they should be given life sentence. Ask me, what did they do? These are people that are fighting for his stupid ass to be free, fighting for his own self-determination. But for one reason or the other, he thinks by turning against the people that were meant to protect him, that then he will become popular. He uses Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to create content, uses Mazen Simon Ekpa to create content, talk all manner of rubbish to attract viewers to himself. And he thinks that that is where life is. And this man claimed to be a reverend. You now understand how bad and how terrible Nigeria is. Every one of us must be cautious of people you pay attention to. You must be very careful, people you listen to. Be very careful. You must be very careful. Your brother is not your enemy. Your sister is not your enemy. The real enemy that is doing the manipulation is the one that we are targeting to bring down, and we are going to crush him by all means necessary. Cut off the head and the body will become useless. That is what we are doing. And we have identified one of their greatest weapons: divide and conquer. That is why anytime you see something that will divide you from your brother, please endure. Endure. Before you speak in the public, on the media, bite that word, bite it very well, and think, who will this statement benefit? Is this statement I'm going to make, is it going to benefit the cause of Biafra? Is it going to benefit my enemy? Is it going to jeopardize the success of Biafra? Is it going to create division? If you don't know what to say, or you don't have anything to say to unite the people, keep silent. Keep silent and watch. But it is sad that even some people today, when they hear you talk about unity and freedom, when they hear you talk about unity, they get angry. And I begin to wonder, why would somebody be getting angry because somebody is preaching unity? Why would somebody be getting angry? Simply because you are talking about unity. And yet that person claims that he's seeking for Biafra. And you ask yourself, what kind of a Biafra is that individual looking for? I have said it time and time again that Biafra is bigger than anybody. And every single one of us should be able to define Biafra for him or herself. Define Biafra for yourself. Get your own definition. Know the reason you are doing what you are doing. Only then and then you can be able to stand firm. Only then and then you can be able to speak. Only then and then that you can be able to make a difference without creating divisions, without creating problem. So many of us today, we create problem by ourselves. Where there is no problem, we use propaganda to create one. You see people speaking on topic that they know nothing about. Somebody will on a camera and begin to destroy somebody, speaking lies from the pit of hell, something you know nothing about. You on your camera, you go to a platform, you are castigating somebody, with lies, unverified information, lies, just because you want to look eloquent, just because you want people to clap for you and say, oh, you are talking in a platform. You must not speak in a platform. Every one of us must not be a broadcaster. Every one of us must not be speakers. Some will be on the background. When others speak, you dilute it, look at it, share the program. If it is nice, if it's not okay, you let it go there. Every one of us must not be there out shouting. There is no law that said everybody must speak. But people in this present day, we have used our words to create division. Sometimes they use their word to trigger. You will be on your own. Somebody will just use statement to trigger you. They will mention your name just to trigger you for no reason. Maybe because you made a statement the way they didn't like. You used a language they don't want to hear. Maybe for those of them who doesn't want unity, you preach unity. They hate you for that. This guy, every time he's talking about unity. This guy, every time, unity. Who does he want me to unite with? I cannot unite with my enemy. And who told you that you are perfect? What makes you think that you are the right person? That person you are calling a bad person might just be the very right person to even reject you. The person you are looking at fake might be the original person that is even supposed to stay away from you. But the good people open up their hand to embrace us. Meanwhile, those who are supposed to be aware of are the ones who are in the front line of creating division. Do not be an instrument of division. Do not speak a word that will divide us. Use the language that will unite us. It doesn't matter our differences. People are entitled to their opinion. Even in families, in the same family, the same father, the same mother, husband and wife disagree. Families, people disagree. In several occasions, people disagree. There is no law that says that people will not disagree. People will always disagree. You can never expect people to be speaking in one tone. That differences will always be there. But what makes the great difference is the spirit of tolerance. No matter how you argue with your wife or your husband or your brother, at the end of the day, you are brothers. You can't deny your brother. No matter how you argue, you fight, you do this one, you go your way, this one goes your way. At the end of the day, you come back. Now we are approaching December. We are approaching the Christmas period. This Christmas period is when many families have general return. All the people living abroad will come back. Everybody will assemble. All those quarreling, nagging, disagreement, and you still come back home. Everybody will travel and come back home. Sit in one place and eat together, discuss, and it's gone. You continue, you move on. You will not say because you had an argument with your brother, oh, you will not travel home for this time. You cannot, you don't want to see him. You cannot be there. No, you will always go back. Once you are ready, except there is no money for you to go. You will always be there. So we need to understand in a nutshell that differences will always be there. People will always have different opinions. You must be able to allow people to express themselves. It will go a long way to save life. The battle that we are fighting today is not a small battle. We cannot afford to leave the janjaweed and begin to fight ourselves. We have a very serious war before us. Very, very serious one. The terrorists are in Nigeria trying to take over Nigeria. The terrorists sponsored by Nigerian government itself. They don't care. They do not care about anybody. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. And I wouldn't care about them. Go to their conventional media in their news. Everywhere it is bad news. You can never see any reasonable and sensible news in their media. And wherever you are, you must stand up for what is right. Do not allow them to deceive you. Don't allow them to distract you. Always focus. Focus and stand on the truth. Do what you have to do to defend yourself and defend your land. Let us continue to work together as brothers and sisters. Let us continue to work together as one. Let us continue to work together to seek solution to the problem that is holding every one of us captive. Don't allow the enemies to take over your thought. I want us to listen to this press release that was made by the lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Aloy Ejimako. He has a press release in Abuja. I want us to listen to this press release that was made by the lawyer of our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Aloy Ejimako. Let us listen to what he had to say regarding the case of our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be in court on the 4th, next week. And we are following up, as always. So let us go and hear the press release that was made in Abuja by the lawyer of our Supreme Aloy Ejimako after his ordeal. So let us listen and hear what he had to say regarding what transpired and information he had. Let's listen to Aloy Ejimako.
But legal practitioners have described the detention of Nnamdi Kanu as trial by ordeal as against the required trial by the Constitution. The lead legal counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, Aloy Ejimako Esquire, made a session during a press briefing with journalists in Abuja. According to Barrister Ejimako, the case has turned from a judicial matter to a political matter owing to the calls from persons and organizations calling for a solution of the case outside the judicial part.
Apparently, taking decision to proceed IPOB and declare the terrorist group. Neither the Southeast governors who fired the first salvo, nor the federal government have recourse to Section 42 of the Nigerian Constitution, which is a fundamental right. A section guaranteeing the fundamental right of every Nigerian against discrimination based on ethnicity. I'm saying this because later in time, this matter went to court, and the High Court of Enugu State, in a landmark ruling, pronounced the executive action or administrative action leading to that prescription as violative of Section 42 of the Constitution based on some ethnic considerations against the Igbo. In March 2018, the African Union, through its African Commission on Human and People's Rights, which administers human rights adjudications in the continent of Africa, held against the federal government that the prescription was wrong under the African Charter, which bound Nigeria. Nigeria ratified the African Charter in 1983, and from that day, it's bound by it. So, this African Commission on Human and People's Rights had clear jurisdictions to decide this case, and it decided against the federal government and wrote a strongly worded letter to the then President of Nigeria to retrace his steps and restore IPOB to its former legal status and cease from further arresting or harassing or persecuting members of IPOB. Yet, from the date of issuance of that decision to when the former president left office, nothing was done rather the opposite was done.
Aloy Ejimako, while narrating the ordeals faced by Nnamdi Kanu, said in spite of Nigeria being a ranking member of African Union, the government had failed to implement provisions of the African Charter as well as other regional and international human rights laws and standards.
The persecution, prosecution, arrest, torture, everything became even worse. It is pertinent to mention at this juncture, perhaps as a necessary digression, that had the former president of Nigeria implemented that directive issuing from the African Union, a lot of people who died, hundreds, some say thousands, and in fact, including Nnamdi Kanu's infamous extraordinary rendition from Kenya in 2021, wouldn't have happened. A lot of lives would have been saved, and the nation would have been more at peace, and we will not have the insecurity that we are grappling with today in the Southeast. And further to the decision of the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, the United Nations, through its special rapporteurs, transmitted a decision in 2020, May, precisely 2020, no, in October 2020, condemning the proscription, IPOB, and the terrorist tag placed on it. The quotations of what they said are contained in our press release, and they are verbose. But the summary of what they are saying is that the action of the federal government was driven by some ethnic considerations against the people, and that the action offended every known canon of international human rights law. Consequently, this organ, which is a very important of the United Nations, directed the federal government to do the oath by deproscribing IPOB. Here we are with the dramatic personnel, the most single factor in this whole saga is Nnamdi Kanu, who remains in detention to this day under questionable circumstances.
The 16th of January 2025 makes it 9 years since the arrest and detainment of Nnamdi Kanu, who was charged for treasonable felony and other crimes. His legal counsel described his continued detention as illegal.
That was Aloy Ejimako giving a world press conference on the case of Nnamdi Kanu. A world press conference on the case of Nnamdi Kanu. And you can see him there explaining to the world the situation surrounding the case of Nnamdi Kanu. And from all indication, just like we have known, Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. The court has freed him. International court have freed him. United Nations has spoken about it, but yet Nigerian government continue to hold him. So, whatever challenge we are facing, we need to be strong. This is not the time to complain. This is not the time to be weak. This is not the time to run away. It is time to take action. The Nigerian government are bringing the war to us, and we must be strong. And I want you to know that Nigeria has ended already. All they are doing today is to destroy as many lives as they can, destroy as many properties as they can, to push us back to Stone Age before they leave. But I bet you they will not succeed. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must continue to stand strong. You must continue to stand strong and never give in to this madness, these atrocities that we are seeing on a daily basis. As we speak, some of the governors are helping them to carry out their evil acts. The governors are helping them to carry out the evil acts. I want to share a video that I saw. What Hope Uzodinma is doing in Imo State. How he is destroying innocent lives in Imo State. This is unacceptable, and we have to share it and let the world see it.
The one here, the man here, the one I'm the one
This is what Hope Uzodinma is doing in Imo State. Destroying markets, destroying businesses of people in this happy. Demolition everywhere on the business of the Igbos. Poor people that have nothing to survive. The only means they have. They destroy and destroy the goods. They will come, they destroy and destroy the goods. You see, the attack is coming from all angles. Every politician is involved in this. It's not just Lagos. Lagos is the headquarters where they take permission. These are the things you're going to do for you to win your election.
Look at the other side. Look at the other side. Look at the other side. This is how much this morning. Honestly speaking. Look at the roundabout. Everywhere here is demolished. Everywhere here is demolished. Everywhere here is demolished. Look at Toronto. Look at Toronto. Look at Toronto. Look at Toronto. Just look at Toronto. People are suffering. Just look at Toronto. Look at Toronto. Everywhere. Everywhere they have rendered people useless. This December month, this December period, honestly is painful. This is pure wickedness. This is pure wickedness. Look at everywhere. Look at everywhere. Look at everywhere. Look at the way going to every road. Honestly, it's pure wicked. It's pure wicked. It's pure wicked. I don't have more money to run this December. This December period. I don't have more money to run. It's wickedness. It's wickedness. It's wickedness. Wickedness. The BC government. Oh, wow.
You have seen it. Instead of them fighting the insecurity in Nigeria to safeguard the people, they are attacking them. Every governor is part of this attack against the innocent citizens. In that same country that terrorists are taking over the land. Terrorists are taking innocent life. They cannot go and protect them. But they will bring their military, their soldiers, and their armies with their bulldozer to destroy homes of innocent. They cannot go and destroy those forests where the terrorists are hiding. They will never go there. They will not go to those bushes where kidnappers are hiding. They can't go there. But where the innocent citizens are, that is where they destroy their means of livelihood. Chukwu Okike will not forgive them. You can imagine, at this Ember month, tomorrow we are going to enter 1st of November. The very 1st of November, tomorrow. We are going to enter November tomorrow. At this very difficult time, all the Hope Uzodinma could do is to attack his people with the military, with the bulldozer to destroy their properties. Meanwhile, the forest where the terrorists are, where the bandits are, where the kidnappers are, they will never go there. This is the template of Tinubu. Why Tinubu has given them the order. These are conditions he gives them for them to be able to either retain power or get an appointment in his government. You must begin to deal with your people. And they are doing it. And as they are doing it, the terrorists is dealing with them in Kwara State. Terrorists attack in Kwara State and they don't do anything about it. They are focused on us. As they are busy attacking the city, new group of terrorists are entering. And I want to play this video for you. New group of terrorist attack that happened. The latest terrorist attack that happened. And they took their military convoy and many of them lost their lives. They continue to hide it. Let me see if I can be able to show you, because some of these videos we can't be able to show it here. When you show it, it becomes a different problem. But I'll try to see how we can be able to get to that very video. How the terrorists is dealing with them as they are attacking the innocent citizens. As they are attacking the innocent citizens, they are also getting their own attack. Let me see if I can get that video of the attack that somebody reported. Let's listen and hear what.
Yes. So this terrorist group, what they call JNIM fighters, they don't release video of their on our soldiers yesterday. So according to these people, that their first attack with this, their first ever attack on the Nigerian army with this. So this video was released this morning at around 9 o'clock this morning. Today is the 31st of October 2025. These fighters released this video this morning. But this attack, yesterday they attacked our soldiers yesterday for Enugu, Kwara State. You know the story? I tell you, I say, after they hide them, I'm going to bring her out. You don't understand? No media will show you these things. No media. No media will show you, but don't worry. I got your back. Everything where they hide, big English Alhaji, will they bring her out. So, for those of you who don't know the meaning of JNIM, the full meaning now, Jamal Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin. This terrorist group, they don't base in Mali. They base for Mali, but they spread all over. You know, get. So these guys release this video say, so we attacked on our soldiers yesterday for Kwara State. And this attack on our soldier, and the first ever attack, we will not attack on her with this. From the attack, according to them, they say they unalive one soldier. So one soldier, they buy one soldier, then they seize all these items. Well, I see so for this video. You understand? So this thing happened for Kwara State. Now this their attack happened. So now I'm gonna allow them to watch the video. But before I watch the video, you know the story. If they hide her, I'm gonna bring her out. Agasa kira ko dongara sa inyo dito ni kaake de jama'an surat al-Islam muslimin de dawda Nigeria yande alarbare no ko anawi e woni nuko ani le lamu kwala to de alhamdulillah sakira e bayi pa de tolle da ko de mabbe timi dawdu wodu ay ani ko heba kaake mabbe kidde the camera matalka je metere ejui the sowed wotu the kazanu dinai the telfi ekran tati the foi buto tato ikandu the kali si Nigeria nera Japan ejui tawti motere water ani bozari ay tundi di makko nandi mu andi e patte pornati je tati ay gine ko makko ko no and on the gear can inshallah nasu waktu tufawud sakira I go to the back I go to Balsak channa mashallah on the gear can
You can imagine these terrorists will do the attack and cover it with video and they post it. The DSS will not get them. But if an ordinary citizen make a video and make a comment on the evil in that Nigeria, they will track you and they will get you. If anybody in Nigeria makes a video about the government and their evil, they will track you within a few minutes and they get you. But terrorists will make their video. Make video of the attack. They go with phone. Excuse me. Sometimes they film themselves live. Sometimes they cover themselves live. Sometimes they cover themselves live. And yet, nothing is being done. It is very, very disappointing. Very, very sad. That if this continues, I don't know where your so-called zoological republic is heading to. I don't know where the zoo will end up. For we, the Biafrans, we are gone. But it's just left for those who still think that Nigeria will work for them. I pity them. Those of them who still have hope that somehow they are going to do a miracle in their own so-called Nigeria. I pity all of you. For we Biafrans, we are gone already. Long, long time, we are gone. And we have no other plan with Nigeria. We have no plan with Nigeria, and we're not ready to put or bet anything in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. It is sad that some people still have hope that somehow they are going to survive in this evil entity. Some still think somehow they are going to survive in this evil entity. But I bet you, the earlier you run for your life, the better for you. The earlier you run for your life, the better for you. A country that will never succeed was never meant to succeed. A country that was built on lie and falsehood. And some people still think that somehow you can do a magic that is going to change everything. They put this lie and propaganda, and some people believe them. Some people, some idiots, believe them. But continue to deceive yourself. Those of them that are deceived, continue to deceive yourself. It will get to a time when you will have no place to hide anymore. It is going to get to that time when you will not have any place to hide. There will be no hiding place for you. There will be no hiding place for you. The Zoological Republic of Nigeria is not meant for anybody. It's not meant to survive. And it doesn't matter what you think or how you feel. You are going to face it.
For what transpired, where they are now.
You are going to face it. No matter what you think and how you feel. You are going to face the consequence. I want us to go to their media. Let us go to their conventional media and see what they are saying. Information they have there before we round up. Before we round up. Let us go to their conventional media and see what they say. Let's look at the information they have in their conventional media. Let us focus on that. Because the evil in that Zoological Republic is so much. It is important we allow you to hear it from them, from their media, because when we are talking on social media, some of them say, oh, social media ranting. So let's hear from them.
Time, particularly in the Dutch Republic, apart from serious engagement during Obasanjo's regime, over time, particularly in the Dutch Republic, apart from serious engagement during Obasanjo's regime, then some extent in the national regime. Right from Buhari regime up to now, we had a high preponderance of, I'm sorry to use this word, not quality men in the national assembly. They don't really do their due diligence before they open their mouth. And so, when you continuously sound the red herring, the herring will come. People will not want to believe you.
When you say they don't do their due diligence, when Jonathan was the president of Nigeria, he said something that even among the candidates, he has Boko Haram members. And I'll take it back again to what is happening in Nigeria. For example, Babagana Zulum, the governor of Borno State, also made allusion to that political elected officers actually, and even civil servants, are sponsoring the insecurity bedeviled in that particular state. The same thing also is happening in Benue State. And, we've been getting all this information coming up. So when you say they don't do their due diligence, we know that insecurity is what was something.
What I'm trying to tell you is that I'm not saying the terrorists don't have the capacity to even want to assault as well. But the question is, if I'm going to go through that route, it means those who are financiers, supporters, sympathizers of terrorists that are in the National Assembly are also going to be sitting doors when they attack. It doesn't sound logical to me.
You don't think they'll have a tip-off?
No. Listen, what I'm saying is it would have been better if this is ordinarily what the National Assembly members should have done is to pass this information to the security agents, not to us Nigerians. Do you have the capacity to face terrorists? It is the job of the security agents. And let them go underground, find out if and when these people are likely to attack, then repair.
Now, when you say
you are just raising the red herring by telling Nigerians, I am not armed, I don't bear arms, I am not close to Abuja, not to talk of the National Assembly.
So what do you know make of what statement?
To what end are you announcing to me that terrorists are likely to assault the National Assembly?
What will I make of the information made available by the DSS to the understate people when you say, that's
why I said, you recall that when that information came, I said it here, that look, we need to be proactive rather than reactive. Because it's coming from the intelligence community. And if DSS, who is supposed to be the detectives of an arm of the police that are saddled with internal security, is raising that kind of alarm, then we should be worried. The ideal thing for the National Assembly member, who should also be invited by the security agents to give further information, as to how he came about, what he knows about.
Okay. All right, let's bring Mr. Orata into this conversation. Mr. Orata, what would be the value of this information that has been put out there by the House of Representatives member? What is the value as in terms of intelligence gathering, in terms of being proactive, in the fight against it?
You see, beyond value or whatever it is, you ask a question: why will a ragtag terrorists, faceless, want to bomb the National Assembly? You ask that question. What will lead to that? Just like he was talking about, we referred to the DSS. Initially, was talking about the quality of men in the assembly. If you have to go with the quality of men in the assembly, what about the people, the secret police telling the people now that a certain state will be bombed and all that? Why create all this uproar? You see, there's so much flip-flop in the system. The government have not shown capacity that they even want, if I even see some people that they want to stop this insecurity, they're not sure. At what end you see them,
Stop
I
the
saw the
security.
video. One of the terrorists wants to
They
have
will
a
come to
wedding.
that studio and take you.
And in their troops, in their conference, they all came, wear arms, and they came, they celebrated. In another video again, I saw about 5 local governments. Terrorists are coming for a negotiation. They will go with money. You see them do video and they play with money that you are looking for. And the government will just sit back. It's not the one that you have a government. There is a people. There's a list during late Buhari's time from the UAE that about 400 Nigerians are involved in terrorism, sponsorship, and all that. And these nobody's
Mr. Ranta, you said that the government has not shown sincerity, some kind of intentionality.
Of course.
Trying to fight this. Now we have a member of this government, I think he's part of government, member of the House of Representatives, trying to help by availing information to Nigerians, security agencies.
Of course, Nigerians don't need that information. What it is useless to us. It is for them to in-house arrange themselves and do the needful. See, you know, when you begin to play cat and mouse over security, at one point you say when you even that police alone that when these people are caught, they will de-radicalize them, then they reintegrate them into the system. You are making a mess of the whole system.
Okay. All right, making a mess of the whole system. Let's go to Bini where we still have a Comrade Prince Ojekere, standby. Comrade Prince, we have information, availed us by a member of the House of Representatives that there are plans, and by the way, he's the chairman of House Committee on Internal Security, and he has availed us the information that, look, there are plans, by terrorists to bomb the National Assembly. Of what value is that information to you as an individual, as a Nigerian? I would like for us to take off from that point. What value does that information offer you?
I think Garba, and I think that's his name.
Yes, Garba.
Is the one that
Garba.
Yeah, that has some values to when he gave the information. You didn't hear his recommendation. They should create a directorate of security for the nation. Which of course will bring challenges to projects that are going to follow that in the next project. So that's the part. Abroad, or let me know the problem. Where things are done, the same plan. Security authorities are the ones who report to the public the work they have done. What they give to the public is reports. They don't give up. They give the public the report of the work they have done as a result of technical information that comes to them. And that technical information is supplied by all sorts of people. So if you have credible information that Boko Haram was planning to bomb the National Assembly, and the first respondent they asked, of what value is that information that you are asking? If that has value from it, great of security assembly, where there will be a budget that he will preside over.
Okay.
Simple. It is that kind of
Okay, that's the kind of value you attach to it. Okay, that's the kind of value you see. Now, Mr. Dennis Fanimo here said something about the quality of people we have in the National Assembly. Now, can you look back between 1999 and this moment? How have we traveled in trying to ensure that we have people of quality, people of high intellect, get into government? Are we making progress or are we going backwards? If you look at people like Garba, Ali, the of late memory, we talk about people like Chuba Okaribo, talk about people like Nnamdi, talk about people like Benga Aluko. Aluko was a senator, sometime. If you do some kind of, if you compare notes, are we getting the right people into parliament? Because as a matter of fact, the parliament is supposed to be, a parliament, a nation's prosperity and stability depends on the kind of parliamentarians that they have. How have we traveled in ensuring that we get people of high quality into parliament in Nigeria?
Put to take that blame at those people of high quality that you when democracy was being fought for by the activists,
men who put their life on the line to fight for democracy. After they were able to bring back democracy in 1990, they abandoned democracy. We had thousands of our competitors, bike riders, shoemakers, and so on and so forth. Those who haven't tasted that kind of procedure decided to reintroduce the democracy of money. They formed a kind of cabal among themselves, where they protect. So the people you even have now, at least some have degrees to show. You have a president himself who doesn't even have a degree to show. We, who are the Nigerian people of politics, who want to govern, who are committed to patriotism, think that we can continue to sit back and begin to say them. And it's not that we are against them things, they will continue to buy form, continue to rule over us. Not to say it long ago. The thing is that Nigerians, of course, we can no longer begin to weep over how they got there. They are there already. They can manipulate the system. They were out in school, and they know how they got their certificates, even when they were not passing in classes. So they have learned the street, tricks and the street art right from their school days, and they are applying it in the political arena, where they outsmart you, lie, and you are playing the gentleman, and then they promote you into silence. You should come up with superior argument and superior intelligence, and the elite unite together they should. There are vocal voices in this country, intelligent people. The other day we found a 42-year-old child having temerity and government of the quickly, a feminine icon, even answer to be proud about. He said he was a chief. Who gave him that title? He was wearing a red with a heavily, inbred youth. And I will do my if I say you are 100, and that's exactly what that man is. I don't care whether he calls himself the Senate. If I want to qualify to be a senator of the Federal Republic, apart from your morality. So if you don't know your mother's name, if you don't know to give respect to your elders, you shouldn't be a senator of the Federal Republic. I will keep quiet over that. I will allow it to ride. So, and it must stand up to speak. You must let people know that we have grit, to have courage, because we have they don't have value. So we fold our arms and we allow them in, sitting down lamenting. It was better. Those who have patriotism is ready to change the country. And ensure that we come together and remove the quality is too low. Because of rounding men in every and all that we have together as that's what we have.
Okay, all right. That is what we see in the Zoological Republic. I will always bring their drama briefly for you to enjoy. When they come, they talk, you think they have something upstairs. The only reason I played it for you to see what Nigeria is from their own mouth. When we come here and we describe Nigeria, people will not understand. They think, oh, because we are Biafrans. But I want the description to come from them. You see how he described members of the National Assembly. See how he described them. You see how he rates them. Bunch of certificate forgers. Bunch of illiterates that came from nowhere to claim what they are. People that didn't even enter class for one day. They have the money to buy the form and buy the position. And how do you intend to stop them? The only way to stop them is to end Nigeria. If you don't end Nigeria, this is a very system that the British have put in place to keep the illiterate ruling you, and there is nothing you can do about it. Thank you, for Nnamdi and Simon, who have led us out of the Zoological Republic, and we will never be part of it again. The reason I play their video, you see, you hear from them. So it will not be that it's only we talking. Thank you, my fellow Biafrans, for having patience with me on this program. I appreciate everyone that have been with us from beginning to the end. May Chukwu Okukabia guide and protect every one of you, and may Chukwu Okukabia guide and protect our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Egba. Tomorrow is Saturday. We are going to be back here tomorrow morning on our morning program. Try to join us early in the morning. Remember, 7:30 every morning, Biafra time, we start our morning program. So tomorrow is weekend. Try to join us on morning program tomorrow so that we can hit it out as we always do. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Good night, everybody.
Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear, now go with the go so, Herdsmen, they kill us every day, for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises, we they here they run to. Move it up, I blame it on the religious leaders, I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers, people will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat jollof. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come oh. It is very close and they feel when the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it up. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. But now them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice.
Sometimes you see them, they play to one side and think they're supporting you.
Rahasia yang peniaga kereta tu pakai takkan bagi tahu korang. Ini dia nano ceramic coating ni. Cuma guna 2 tipis je, terus kilatkan cat kereta yang dah kusam, hilangkan kesan hologram dan calon.
Don't put this insulated. Don't put the glove again. You cannot think to their